Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
I tell you. If I am the recipient, I tell you, okay, I need this, maybe once in every 6 months. Correct. So this is a typical information exchange. Does it have anything to do with Workday, or IT, or anything? Software, nothing. Just a typical information exchange, but the broad 3 steps that we followed are data collection or source of data. Step 2 is transformation. It may be required. Okay, let's mark it as optional. Transformation is an optional step. And the third step is to send the data using a protocol to the recipient. Right. And we will also consider about some additional parameters, like how often do we need to send this information? Right. This information exchange that happened is an integration. You are integrating some source of data with the recipient. Right. Now that the pipeline has been established, now that we know what data to exchange, at what frequency, what is the transformation, what is the protocol? If I ask you the same information again 3 months down the pipeline, would you be able to give me that information very quickly if you have already done it once? Yes. Right. You will be able to do it very easily because you know where is the source of data, what to do in the case of transformation, and how to send the data to me. Maybe you already have my phone number or my email address. Right? And you will be able to send it to me very easily because the pipeline has been set up. Right. If I want the information again, you will be able to send it to me again. So this is what an integration is all about. In modern IT systems, there are typically software applications for everything. Correct. Let's say you have a software application to create your access. You have a software application to create an email address and password. You have a software application for your payroll. You have one for your applicant tracking system or your ATS, right? You have one to maintain your pay slips. You have one application to maintain your performance records. Let's say. Right. You have one different application that monitors, that does your background check. So there are so many different applications that are typically used in an organization. Right. Now a company is going for Workday. Right. Workday is one of the applications that the companies will use. Is that going to be the only application in that company's IT landscape? Do you think that will be the only application? No. Most likely no. Most likely. No, it is not going to be the only application. Maybe it is the only. Even if they have purchased all the modules of Workday, it will still be one of the IT systems in their entire IT landscape. Isn't it? Are we correct in saying? Are we correct if we say such a thing? that Workday is going to be only one of the applications in a company's entire IT landscape. Yes or no? Yes. Right. It's going to be yes. So if it is one of the applications in the landscape, would it require to talk to other applications or exchange data with other applications in the landscape? Let's say Workday is your system of record for worker data. All the new workers are going to be hired in Workday application. Correct. But is Workday the email provider? Where will your email address be created? Any other portals? Like, give an example. Google Office, Microsoft Office, or Google or Yahoo or Rediff or something, or AOL or whoever is the email provider for that organization. Now let's say a new person joins. How will we create a new ID, a new email ID? How will we tell Google that, hey, a new person has joined? Create an email ID for them. How will we tell them? How will we tell Google? We call them up, right? We tell them, hey, here are the details. Please note it down. Create an ID and send it to me once you are ready. Do we do that? No. We may. We may do that. That is the process. It used to be done like 20 years ago, but now we typically don't do it. How do we do it then? Go to Google, and then we set our credentials there. Create an account. Okay, good. Yes, we can do that. If you have 1 employee joining per day, yes. If you have 2,000 employees joining you, right? Too much effort. Too much effort. There should be some way of having that bulk. Yeah. If you have 2,000, then if I tell you, hey Shweta, do it. Shweta will say, here is my 2 weeks, right, I'm leaving right now. I'm not going to enter 2,000 employees worth of data into Google. I am done. So yeah, and you may have to make mistakes also, right? You might give the first name as Krish and last name as something else, and when I get my ID, I will be so upset like, okay, this is not even my name, right? So it leads to human errors. It leads to problems. It leads to data inconsistency. So we don't want that. Large applications, large organizations. If they are working, they will try to minimize human interaction as much as possible. So in that case, what if we can send the data from Workday to Google, for example, in some manner whenever a new person joins? Then wouldn't it be easy? Right. So the information goes to Google. Google gets it, creates the email address, and sends it back. Correct. And we associate that new email address with the worker's profile. Wouldn't that be great? Right. Fully automated. Is this a way, I'm just trying to understand what you're trying to say is, for example, in my case, I'm just trying to associate it to OneRise, where my workforce data team enters the information of a newcomer. Okay. correct? Will that integrate with something and then create a CS account for them? Like, if I am joining you to Credit Suisse, my data is in OneRise because, of course, through Teo or somewhere they will get my information. Now that gets integrated to the Credit Suisse, like Credit Suisse.com or whatever it is. And then it pulls my first name, last name, and then puts that Credit Suisse.com. Right. Yeah. Something like that. Yes. Now let's say you need to have an email ID. Right. And what is the email ID that you use? I mean, I don't need your email ID, but just a provider. Is it an Outlook or Google? Or what kind of email IDs do you use? Or is it in-house? Something that Credit Suisse has developed for themselves? It is in-house. It is in-house. Okay. Right. But you can access it using Outlook. Yes. So let's say so. I mean, if you can access it using Outlook, then
Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us at sales@upptalk.com.